I've been thinking about career advice, and fuck me do we make it complicated. Build your network, find a mentor, work on your personal brand, read more books, learn AI, become a thought leader, get up at 5 a.m. and take a fucking ice bath. All probably useful. But I think there's something much simpler that would put you ahead of a surprising number of people. Give a shit. That's it. Give a shit about the work. Give a shit about the customer. Give a shit about your colleagues. Give a shit about whether something is actually good. Because you'll be amazed at how rare that is. I've worked with hundreds of people throughout my career, and obviously talent matters, intelligence matters, experience matters. But one of the biggest predictors I've seen on whether somebody will be successful is simply, do they care? Not in a cheesy, we're all one big family kind of way. I mean, genuinely care about the outcome. If something isn't quite right, do they notice? If they tell someone they'll do something, do they actually do it? If a client has a problem, do they think, it's not really my job? Or do they think, how do we fix this thing? Those tiny differences tell you everything. And there's an important distinction here. Giving a shit doesn't mean necessarily working 14-hour days. It doesn't mean replying to emails at midnight. It does not mean sacrificing your life for your employer. That's not what I'm talking about. You can have brilliant boundaries and still give a shit. You can finish at 5 and still give a shit, because this isn't about hours. It's about standards. It's about what you accept for yourself. Imagine two people doing exactly the same job. One of them finishes a piece of work and thinks, that'll do. The other looks at it and thinks, is this any good? That's it, that's the difference. And early in someone's career, that difference might be tiny, but over 5 years, 10 years, it becomes enormous. Because the person who cares keeps improving things. They ask better questions, they notice more, they learn faster. People trust them with more. They get given bigger opportunities, not because they've mastered some clever strategy, but because people can rely on them. I see this all the time in agency life. You can teach someone Google Ads, you can teach someone Meta, you can teach someone analytics, you can teach someone how to build a report. AI is making it easier than ever to learn this technical stuff, but it's really fucking difficult to teach someone to care. I think the best people I've worked with have this almost annoying inability to walk past something that's crap. They see it and now it bothers them. A slide doesn't make sense, a client hasn't had a reply, something on the website's broken, a campaign looks weird. They just can't leave it. They either fix it or they find somebody who can. And I fucking love those people, because they're the people who make businesses better. And the really interesting thing is that giving a shit creates opportunities that aren't obvious at the time. You solve a problem no one asked you to solve, someone notices. And the next time there's a bigger problem, they come to you. You solve that one. And then you get trusted with something bigger and something bigger. And eventually, people look at someone's career and say, fuck, they were lucky. Maybe, but quite often, what looks like luck from the outside is years of being the person people trusted when something mattered. I think people get frustrated because they're waiting for permission. That's above my pay grade. That's not my job description. No one asked me to do that. And look, there are absolutely businesses where going above and beyond isn't recognised. If you're somewhere that's consistently taking advantage of people who care, that's a different problem. But in good businesses, the people who take ownership stand out a mile. Not the people who constantly tell everyone how hard they're working, the people who quietly make things better. There's a massive difference. And I think AI is making this even more important, because producing stuff that's good is getting easier. Writing the email's easier, building the presentation's easier, doing the research is easier, analysing the data is easier, which means simply completing the task is becoming less impressive. The question becomes, did you understand why you were doing it? Did you question whether it was good? Did you notice the thing everyone else missed? Did you actually care about the outcome? And maybe that's why I think we've overcomplicated career advice, because everyone's looking for the advantage, the qualification, the connection. And meanwhile, there's an incredibly basic thing sitting underneath it all. Care. It's amazing how far it'll take you. Peace and love.